Okay. Hello. Huh. 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 Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays. Are we live? There has been issues recently with my Streamlabs that are not really allowing me to stream in a convenient way. So I have to stream in an unlisted way, and then let me make a playlist, and then I have to, switch it to public. So I hope we are live now. If you're live, just let me know. Create. I'm gonna be talking about the S rank run for God of War 2, and this one is gonna be very interesting because I have huge plans for it, and to share, the God of War 3 one as well, even more than before. I want to have better reach, like in general. Okay. This will be God of War 2. Okay, save. We are Gucci. I'm just gonna share it right now, and then I'm gonna start explaining what I'm here to do today. Because today, the S rank run for God of War 2 shall commence. We will test it together a little bit. It's kind of like a chill stream, but I will also be trying hard than just chilling and all that. We're live. And on Zitter as well. We're live. What's up? What do you think is the hardest God of War? Ascension. Didn't you get tired from God of War 2? Now, regarding that, I said I'm not gonna return to this game in like a year. Suddenly, I have the urge to return to it, but not to do any run besides the one that I'm planning right now, which is the S rank run. I have one mission left for God of War 3 S rank run, and then you came with 2. So, I have plans for the God of War 3 S rank and the God of War 2 S rank. The God of War 3 S rank is perfect. I'm not gonna touch that. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna make up a Discord server for it and for God of War 2. It's not gonna be a channel Discord server. I'm just not gonna be like hanging out in there all the time as like it's this extreme gameplay server. No. It's gonna be just a server to have better reach and accessibility for the S rank runs of God of War 3 that I made, and now the God of War 2 one that I'm making, which is gonna get launched later. So today I'm here to, let me actually start with it, with the rules. Actually, the first thing is the rules. I have laid out some of the missions. I'm gonna talk about them right now. It's gonna be a lot of yapping at the intro, then we shall test the prologue and all that. So God of War 2 S rank run is gonna be very interesting. It's not gonna be the same as God of War 3. God of War 3's S rank leaned towards the Devil May Cry 3 type S rank. So you had to be playing perfectly. You had to perfectly get no damage. You had to perfectly get the time right, below the time requirement. And you had to perfectly get the 100 hit combo in every mission, correct? So God of War 2 is gonna be different. God of War 2 is gonna be more Devil May Cry 1-esque. It's gonna be Devil May Cry 1-esque or Metal Gear Rising-esque. What I mean with that is that it's gonna be point-based. It's gonna be mainly about points that you gather up to get an S rank in a given mission. Now I'm gonna be separating the game into some missions. So far I have 18 missions in here, but those are very highly subject to change. I might even reduce them to like, say something like 12, 13 missions. The missions for God of War 2 are going to be long. They're not going to be like God of War 3 where the maximum you would have is around 22 minutes. No. This one's going to have long missions, like 30-minute long missions. Because now gets me to the requirements. The requirements are very interesting for this one since it's going to be point-based. It's going to be not as linear as God of War 3. God of War 3's S rank run is linear. As I said, you have to play perfectly in that one way, the best strategy. There is room for improvement. There is room for, playing differently. Like you get the 100 hits here, I'm gonna get it there. You get the 100 hits twice, giving you a SS rank. Whatever, really. It is very fun, God of War 3, but for 2, I'm pretty sure 2 is gonna is gonna, you know, outshine 3's S rank. It's gonna be way too fun. Will some encounters also be unranked in this? No, no, no. Every encounter is gonna be ranked. It's not gonna be Metal Gear Rising exactly. It's gonna be a point-based system. So a point-based ranking like Devil May Cry 1 or Metal Gear Rising consists of a mission or an encounter requiring certain points for S rank. God of War 2 is gonna be the same. It's gonna be divided into a mission. Then you gotta gather up this many points in a mission to get the S rank. So you have to have like 5,000 points, let's say, in the prologue, for example. The first mission requires 5,000 points. For example, you have to get 5,000 points. It's as simple as that. But the points are not just to be gotten in the most easy way possible. I'll show you what I mean. In God of War 2, if you come to the pause menu and press L1, there is this menu. Now this menu right here shows my kills. Let's start from the left. Total deaths, total saves, max combo, red orbs collected, kills, brutal kills, dismember kills, and shatter kills. The thing is with God of War 2 is that it also has the time up there, but the time doesn't stop. So we're gonna have to be using our timers or phone timers or whatever when a mission has a time requirement, because every mission will have a time requirement. Gonna be a mission is gonna tell you 30 minutes. You gotta clear it in 30 minutes. You have to clear it in 30 minutes. So you better find a timer. It's not like God of War 3 where you press start and this timer pauses. It doesn't pause here. So of all the options in here, I am not gonna be considering a single one of them. What I am gonna be considering is only the shatter kills. God of War 2 is gonna be in New Game Plus, meaning we're gonna have Urali's head, meaning we're gonna be able to do this. And just like that, we gained 3 shatter kills. Did you see that? So like one of the points that you can gain is through shatter kills. Each shatter is gonna gain you a lot of points, like maybe say 10 points or less or more. Now this is where I get to my next point. This run is gonna heavily be subject to change. Like this is not gonna be easily done. It's gonna need a lot of playtesting from a lot of playtesters. And it's gonna like require a lot of work. As I said, God of War 3's S rank required work. God of War 2's S rank is gonna require labor. Like you're gonna have to dedicate a lot of time to it. I mean, like I'm gonna have to dedicate a lot of time, but you know what I mean. So every time you start a mission, you just want to write down how many shatter kills are already there. Because like if we start mission 2 right now, the shatter kills will not reset. They will remain the same. So say you have 20 shatter kills in a manual save you load up for mission 2. Easy, just write it down 20. Then by the end, when you reach the end of the mission, you count how many shatter kills you got. You know, it was 20 before. You reach the end of the mission, now it's 55, right? That means you got 35 shatters. So each shatter gives you a bunch of points. That way you collect up to 5,000 points to get the S rank in the prologue. This will make a lot more sense now when I go through the rules, and it's gonna be a lot more clear. So God of War 2, the rules and structure is gonna be as follows. It's gonna be in new game, very hard. Bonus play. It's not gonna be in no upgrades like God of War 3. It's gonna be in bonus play, since this way everybody gets to skip cutscenes. Everybody gets to have an equal experience. Everybody has the entirety of the tools. Do make sure though that you finish the game once. You know.
By defeating Ares.
Wow.
Kratos, the once
Just a sec.
warrior, became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself alone on Olympus.
I accidentally
Son
pressed the
of
no in
Titan's
here, and there's no
gods.
cutscene skipping. Just beautiful.
Kratos.
Now, what was I getting to? Yeah. The thing is, you have to finish the game at least one in no upgrades, or if you have Wolf's save editor, you can kind of make a manual save that loads you into the game in a New Game Plus way. New Game Plus, no upgrades. Simple as that. That's all you have to do. So after you do that, you know, you save when the game is done, and then you come back to the bonus play when you load up the bonus play. You're gonna not have any upgrades, and that's the intended way. That's how it's supposed to be. Let me just see something. Hello. Okay. Is the point system from the game, or is this a new original thing? It's my idea. It's not a thing in the game. Seeing Zessie doing this S rank run makes me excited for the Oko. What Oko? I finished the Oko for this game. Let me just fix my screen. Hold up. There we go. It has to be on bonus play so that everybody gets a balanced experience. Everybody has the same experience. Everybody's skipping cutscenes. Everybody strategizing a lot. Which something is going to be very important about the God of War 2 S rank is that everybody's going to have their own approach. At least that's what I hope. I hope I can design it in a way where everybody does their thing the best. So here's me. I have all the tools. None of them are upgraded. This run is also going to be interesting for another reason. Blade of Olympus is going to be usable. So there is that. You're going to have to learn your best ways around the weapons and all of that. Everything is unlocked from the start. You know, tricking and all that, everything. Let's not dive deeper into this. So that's the first rule of the run, or maybe the structure, I should say. It should be a new game plus, no upgrade run plus. Now gets me to the rules. This is going to be interesting. So the no damage bonus, the no damage points that you get if you no damage a mission is 1,000 points. Then we have time. Time also gives you 1,000 points. Then we have no openings of chests. You cannot open chests. That also gives you 1,000 points. Then we have another rule, which is the kill all, which is also 1,000 points. And then gets to the part of decision making that I'm going to have to tweak by a lot. We have the 100 point system returned from God of War 3. But additionally, we have the petrification system exclusive to God of War 2. So let's go through the rules one more time. It's very simple. I haven't written them down in the description because they're still not finalized. But as of now, the usual no damage, the time, no chests, kill all. This is like already in your pocket. When you start every mission, you instantly have 4,000 points. The no damage, you already are not taking any damage. The time, you're still in the process. You can't open chests. You gotta kill every single enemy. Every one of the ones I mentioned gives you 1,000 points. Then comes the 100 hits requirement, and then the petrification requirement. I ran into a problem with God of War 2's 100 hit system thing. It's not like God of War 3 where I can have it conveniently in the game. No, we get Chronos Rage way too early. And like Chronos Rage basically trivializes the 100 hit counter. Like you just do this and you get 100 hits on 4 enemies. It would have been very easy to make it just like God of War 3, but I decided to be more ambitious about it. God of War 3, it suited it perfectly. 100 hits in every mission. You gain Nemesis Whip way too late into the game. It was good. God of War 2, I cannot have that, but I can also not, scrap it altogether. I don't want to scrap it as a system. It is a beautiful system, the 100 hits. So instead, what I've decided to do is that the 100 hits also gives you points. So here's how it's gonna go. Getting the 100 hits is gonna give you 250 points. So every time you get the 100 hits, you gain the bonus. The points for it is going to be 250 points. But also, there is the shatter kills that also give you points. For every shatter kill, we gain 50 points. This is going to give you a decision-making type thing where you go, in this mission, will I go for petrification to gain the 5,000 points? Because look, you have the no damage, time, chests, kill all. That's already 4,000 points, okay? If you do all of this perfectly, it's 4,000 points. But what about the 1,000 or 2,000 other points? That's going to be up to the player and their kind of skill in the game that determines it. Whether they will get the 5,000 points by way of petrification or the 100 hits or both somehow together. Because you're going to have to be very careful with your magic. You cannot, use magic chests. Magic chests are not allowed in this run. So you're gonna have to carefully petrify enemies, get the 100 hits as much as you can to tally up the points that you need. Sometimes you're gonna see a mission where you only do this. Sometimes you'll see a mission where you're not gonna go with the petrification route, instead do this. Maybe 1 or 2 petrification at the end for extra points. So Beyond this just being an S rank run, this is an actual score system that I'm adding to the game. You know, if you're passionate enough about God of War 2, you're gonna keep on wanting to outdo your last record. Really taking that MGR philosophy, which Frank also covered in his article, to heart, huh? Hopefully it's not too tedious to create a system that encapsulates that concept. Here's the thing. The player is not gonna be... He's not gonna be busy remembering things a lot. Like, you know... All that the player is gonna count as he's playing is... the 100 hit system. That's literally all that you're gonna be counting. Like, if you get 100 hits, you gotta make a mental note that you just got 100 hits. If you get it again, you gotta make a mental note that you got it twice. Every time you reach 100 hits, you gain 250 points. Again, all the points are subject to change. What are the rules for this S rank run? I'm talking about them right now. Is upgrades, health, and weapons allowed in the S rank run? No, they're not allowed. You already have all the tools. That is enough balance, if I do have to say so myself. And like, upgrades would make things take long. You gotta take the chests, mission will take longer, and God of War 2 is already the longest in the trilogy, so I don't really feel like adding that to hold. You know, it overcomplicates a lot of things, and it makes like the run broken. If you upgrade Uriah's head, you're always gonna go for the petrification. I was referring to the different playstyles. Still S rank thingy. Yes, Terraria, exactly. What if I open magic chest to lose 1000 points and use the gaze to gain more than 1000 points, like doing 10 shadow kills gives me 2500 points? I get what you mean. Now this brings me to my next point, but this will require some more balancing. I may change it to where you literally lose out on all the points. In my notes, how I have it written right now as a very early version of the run, everything can be minimized if you play better. So like the no damage thing. If you take one hit, you don't lose the entirety of the 1000 points. Instead, you only gain 500. It was 1000 before, it's now 500. Then if you get hit again, you don't receive anything. You're better off restarting. The time, if you you know, if you go over the time limit for a mission, say a mission has 30 minutes as a time limit. If you get it in 31 minutes, or like from 30 minutes to 31 minutes, you get 500 points. You don't totally lose out on the time. It's the same thing with a chest. If you open a chest, I've written down in my notes that you gain 500 points, but I maybe even delete it completely. As in, you just basically, if you open a chest, you lose 1000 points completely. Is the Blade of Olympus allowed? Or the weapons too OP? Attack like Divine Retribution? It is gonna be allowed, but you're gonna have to carefully use it. You can't just use it however. Rename it to C rank? Why is it C rank? Oh, because it's cancerous? It's not. Look, you as a player, mid-gameplay, are not gonna be very strained mentally. What you're gonna count is just the 100 hits. You're gonna route where you want to get the 100 hits, where you want to get the petrification kills. Some missions are not going to have a lot of petrification options. What are you going to do in that? So the 100 hits is the better thing. That's all you're going to have to count. By the end of the mission, you start doing the calculations, and they're going to be easy. You literally just... You have the picture of the time limit for each mission on your side. Okay, this mission's time limit is this much. I gained the 1000 point. I didn't take any damage. That's another 1000 point. I didn't open any chests. That's another 1000. I killed all. That's another 1000. That's it. 4000 is... The first 4000 points are the easiest. Literally, you just play by the rules. You automatically have 4000 points. No damage time, no chests, killing everybody. This alone gives you 1000 points. Okay, so that's going to be very simple. At the end, you're just going to have to calculate the petrification kills, the shatter kills, and the 100 hits. Say I got 20 shatter kills. At the end, that's all that I'm going to be calculating. I'm going to say 20 times 50. Okay, that's 1000 points. And I got the 100 hits twice. That's 500 points. So with shatters and 2 100 hits, that means I gained the 1500 points. That means I have 5500 points, which means I S ranked the mission successfully. That's it. Chronos Rage will make the 100 hit very easy. I'm going to be increasing the points requirement by a lot. It's not going to be... And it's going to be play tested a lot. I just decided to make this stream right now to talk to you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing some testings right now. It's generally going to be a lot of me talking about the run, me doing a couple of missions, maybe the prologue and all that. And I'm going to also have a mission structure as I go on. I'm going to learn what part to what part is going to be a mission, what part to what part is going to be a mission. Do grab kills earn you more points? See, here's the thing. I wanted, if I could, if the game had its own computing, I would have added that as a system. I would have added the brutal kills. They're literally like, let me just remove my head from up there. Remove the timer. See? There's brutal kills, there's dismember kills. I would have considered all of these options, but I don't want to make it not so convenient, okay? It has to be convenient for the player. That's probably it. So that's the only reason. It has to be convenient for the player. So the player only will calculate the shatter kills at the end and the 100 hits. That's it. I want to make it as convenient as possible. Can't you talk with some God of War modders and see if they can make this happen? The only modder I know that mods the gameplay of God of War is Kira. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to make that. Or maybe he does, but I haven't asked him. I don't know. Gonna have to talk to him later. As long as the numbers are great, it wouldn't be a problem for the player to calculate. I would simply stuff like 50 points, 100 points for two different things. Into 100 points, 200 points. The point system is going to be very, very simple. Literally, like right now I have 208. Let's say in a mission I got 208 shatter kills. By the time I reach the manual save, it's 208 shatter kills, correct? You just use a calculator. 208 times, say I get, by the end of the ranking system when it's all finalized, say every shatter kill gives you 50 points, you just multiply 208 by 50. Is that Gears 2 I see? Yes, true gamer. And you missed a lot. What are dismember kills? I believe killing enemies, dismembering enemies with dismembering enemies with the Blade of Olympus gives you that bonus. It even gives you a medal on the left that tells you kind of gained it. See, like, let's see this Minotaur. But I'm not gonna count it because it overcomplicates a lot of things. Like, you're already writing down how many, watch this Minotaur, watch. Boom, did you see that? That is mutilation, and it adds up to the dismember kills. So it's a sort of a delimbing system in the game. Though part of me honestly is thinking about adding it somehow, because it is an interesting system. Like, I could go all out and count this as well. So by the end, the player comes into here, he looks at the dismember kills, he looks at the shatter kills, multiplies all, he gains a lot of points, and the rest is history. I'm honestly, I don't know. Boom. The Blade of Olympus is the only weapon that allows dismember kills. Nothing else allows it. So that is the dismember kills. Tell me about it briefly, Zesty, what you're doing. For you, true gamer, and anybody who's entering, I'm making an S rank run for God of War 2. It's not gonna be like 3, it's gonna be a lot more ambitious. It's gonna be about the point system. So a mission will have a requirement of 6,000 points that you gotta get. You have to accumulate 6,000 points, and how to accumulate them is through the rules that you have for every mission. No damage, and make it in time, and no chests, and kill everybody. These are the basic rules for every single mission, correct? Each one of those gives you 1,000 points. So the moment you start a mission, you already have 4,000 points. Okay, no damage, that's 1,000. Time, that's 2,000. No chests, that's 3,000. Killing everybody, that's 4,000 points. The rest, we have a system of 100 hits coming back from God of War 3, but in a different way. Now you can get multiple of them since you have Chronos Rage. Every time you get 100 hits, you gain 250 points. But there's another system in God of War 2. there is the shatter kills that is a counter in the game itself. You don't have to count it in your mind as you're doing it, calculated and all that. No, no, no. God of War 2 already has shatter kill system. If you press start, then L1, it takes you to a menu that covers all the shatter kills you've done in a mission. So like I started this mission for now. 210 shatter kills, just write it down next to you somewhere, whatever. By the time you make it to the end of the mission, that 210 turns into, say, 300, right? That means you got 90 shatter kills. For each shatter kill, you gain 50 points. So now you go 90 times 50. That's 4,500 points. And then with the two, if I get the 100 hits as well, that's gonna be even more points. That way in this mission, I gain the super S rank, not just an S rank. Given if the requirement is 5,000 points to begin with. And that's about it. This is gonna be the S rank. I'm gonna be doing a couple of playthroughs, answering your questions, and I'm gonna, not a couple of playthroughs, I'm just gonna be doing the prologue right now to see the mission structure. I'm gonna sort of speedrun the prologue to see if it's gonna be friendly for a mission structure, because I originally had the prologue as a mission standalone. I'm gonna go through the missions that I have written down real quick, and it's gonna be very simple. So the first mission called, hold on, let me drink some water before going through all of this. It's 18 missions, and I'm gonna be lowering the number. I'm gonna be increasing the time of each mission to have less missions, because it's a vast type of score system. It's a literal scoring system where you each player is gonna get it differently sometimes. Some players gonna be smarter than the other and have a higher rank than the guy. So like it has more replayability than God of War 3. You can return and break your own high score. Okay. We need some mathematical stuff to do. No, not a single mathematical thing to do. At the end of each mission, all you do is just say you got 100 hits twice. That's 500 points. Each 100 hits gives you 250 points. That's 500 hits for 2 times getting the 100 hit. Then there is the petrification that is written in front of you, so you don't have to memorize anything. By the end of the mission, the only thing you're memorizing is the 100 hits. How many 100 hits did you get? It's not gonna be that hard. At max, you're gonna get 3 100 hits. Water is allowed when you complete the challenge. That's the last rule. Yes. You should have some visuals so everyone can catch up, I think. That's a good idea. But I'm not going to use anything right now, okay? It's going to be... If I pull a Google Docs right now and start writing, it's going to take forever, okay? This is going to be lit. I'm sure you guys are going to like it, but it's going to require a lot of work. And again, if people are just now tuning in, I'm going to be making a Discord server that is going to have the God of War 3 S ranks and the God of War 2 S ranks. And soon in the future, hopefully God of War 1 S rank, and then Ascension and everything. So now let's go through the mission structure that I have as of now. I just want to know, what are the straight up disqualifications for this run? Like no points reductions, but straight up a disqualified run. There is no disqualification. That's it. It's a point-based system. If you don't get the S rank, well, you got an A rank or whatever. Just strive for the S rank. There is no disqualification. Like maybe, what? Okay, no upgrading something. There. If you upgrade something, it's fully disqualified. Or if you miss an enemy, it's instantly 0 points. We'll get to that later when we refine the rules. So far, the rules are not refined. The no damage gives you 1,000 points. If you take a single hit, it gives you 500 points. I may turn that into 0. Just force a no damage run. But there will be points in some missions where even if you take damage, you can get an S rank. It's gonna be way too complicated. It's gonna require a lot of playtesting, and yeah. So let's go through the mission structure that I have right now. 18 missions. Pretty long. Is gonna change, I'm sure. The first mission is called The Glory of Sparta. It's the prologue until you climb out, you know, from the hands of death. That's the first mission. Then we have The Attack of the Dead Man. This is from the Pegasus section, all the way until you free Pegasus. And the moment you free him, that's when this mission ends. Then we have the third mission, Pursuing Destiny. This one starts at the island, so Pegasus 2 is not going to be a mission. It's not going to be involved in any mission because it's a super inconsistent piece of trash, hot garbage. So Pursuing Destiny is the third mission. It starts in the island after second Pegasus section. And it ends until you save, you know, after you kill the sirens, right before going to... Right before the scene where a guy goes, the steeds of time, a gift from the great Titan pornos. You know that scene after you kill the sirens? That's when the mission ends. Then we have another mission called The Splendors of Athens. Let me load up a mission. I hate this. I hate this track playing in the background. Anyways, the mission after the Pursuing Destiny, the one on the island, it ends with you killing the sirens. Hold on a second. Actually, let's stay here. Looks a bit calm in here. Look at this. This game is beautiful. Oh my god. This is far from the optimal way, but my mind just tried figuring out a way so you can have visuals, but without you needing to do anything. Tune into somebody's stream and have them stream paint, and also put the stream on your screen with screen share. No, I'm gonna come better prepared next time, hopefully in the next stream. Today is just me talking about the stream and shilling over it and yapping about it. We need to work on the rules and points in the description next stream, Zesty. I didn't have them in the description because they're not finalized. Anyways, the mission after Pursuing Destiny is called Splendors of Athens. This one starts with you know, Theseus. From the save where you travel to Theseus, and it ends you know, when you reach the nymphs, when you come back from fighting Theseus. It ends in that man will save. Then we have a mission called Rage of Sparta. This one is... Some of the names are still iffy and subject to change as well. Some of them are really not that cool. Rage of Sparta has that one save of the nymphs. Then you go ahead and get the Amulet of the Fates and all that. And it ends... but it ends the moment you make it to the save in the Bog of the Forgotten. Okay? That's where the mission ends. Then we have Invading Deadly Lands. This one is the Bog of the Forgotten save. You go and do everything, get the Golden Fleece, do the backtrack, come back to that save, then it's over. Then we have Mission 7. Look at this name. Snake Eater. He's still in a dream. Snake Eater. Why is this mission called Snake Eater? Well, duh. It's the Euryale part. So the Snake Eater mission starts in the Bog of the Forgotten save after you did the backtrack and got the Golden Fleece and all that. And it ends after you kill Euryale. You kill Euryale, that's why it's called the Snake Eater. This name is not gonna change. I don't care how corny it is. Mission 8 is called Spartan's Resolve. This one is called that just because it's a whole bunch of filler. From the puzzle after Euryale all the way to... clearing the wraiths in the part where you in the auditorium before fighting Perseus. So after Spartan's Resolve, we have Demigod's Resolve. This is the part that gets interesting. So that save after you kill the wraiths Asphodel, you go from there all the way until you kill Perseus. The moment you kill Perseus and save, that's when the mission ends. Demigod's Resolve. After that, we have the Edge of the World. This is where Kratos edges the world. It is the Perseus save after you kill him until Atlas' first save. A bit of a very short mission in here. I might have to change it. I might have to change it and include Atlas with it, sorry. After that, as of now, Mission 11 has Challenge of Atlas. This is the Atlas save. Until you reach the Great Chasm when he raises you with his hand and all that. That's where the mission ends. Then we have Mission 12, Chaos Warm Welcome. This is the same name of a Devil May Cry 3 mission. Chaos Warm Welcome is the entrance to the Great Chasm, all the way to the save after the wall spikes. You know, after the translator, there's a wall spike thing. After that is where the mission ends. Then we have Mission 13 called The Uninvited One, which is another Devil May Cry 3 name. God of War 2 is a lot of filler. There's not a lot going on in its campaign. So it's not like God of War 3 where I can name some interesting stuff. But I will change a lot of these names. The uninvited one says the save after the spikes, all the way to the save before the elevator with the skeletons and all that. Mission 14 is called Rekindling the Fire. This one is a save before the elevator. You have to do the elevator encounter with the skeletons and all that until you blow the horn. That's when the mission ends. You should make Oko with upgrades in God of War 3. I've considered it, but no. The numbers and the mission names need some heavy work. Yes. Anyways, that's Rekindling the Fire. Then we have Ghosts of Sparta. Now, this name is not gonna change. This is the most beautiful name ever. Ghosts of Sparta is the save before blowing the horn. You know, after you blew the horn, do a save, then starts the mission. The mission ends when the Kraken death scene starts. The moment the Kraken dies, that's when the mission just ends. We have mission 16, Rewriting History. This is... Where does this begin? The moment Lachesis' battle starts until the man will save after Sisters of Fate. So it is just the Sisters of Fate boss fight. This mission is gonna be just the Sisters of Fate. Okay. Then after that we have March of... Okay, no, it's actually a cool name. March of the Spartan. This is the entirety of the Loom Chamber. Ends the moment that you stab Clotho. So you have to do the Loom Chamber where you do the Gauntlet, then climb up completely and beat Clotho as well, and that's when it's gonna end. The moment Kratos stabs her, you press start, you pause the timer, and that's it. That's the end of the mission. Then we have the last mission called Zeus's Fury. This is basically the Zeus boss fight. And that's about it. So far, 36 minutes into the stream, I've described the idea of the rank system. Okay, it's gonna be, let's call it a score system. It's not gonna be just an S rank run. I may have to change the name to a score system, but a score system is not good. You know, S rank is more catchy, more recognizable. Score is more for the people who play arcades and shit. So let's keep the name as the S rank run. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be just doing some chill stream from here on, but it's gonna involve a lot more focus on the game as well. Okay. I want the last mission called Two Gods, One Blade. You sure you want that name? Mission 16 is the one where Kratos goes, Zeus, is this how you face me, coward? Exactly. Finally done with Labyrinth mission, done it in 20 minutes 45 seconds. I don't know how I did it so fast. Yours was 21 minutes. You beat my record. That's interesting. That is very nice. Congrats, Fiddle Riddle. I can't wait to see you share your stuff in the Discord server. I'm gonna announce it in a community post when it's done. It's not gonna be a channel server, as I said, just for the S ranks, so that more people get into it. I realized that just having it as a community post and then as a Google Drive link and even the video that I made, not enough. It still needs more reach and more convenience. So let's start. Titan bonus. Bogus.
By defeating
Did I
Ares,
seriously
Kratos
I didn't mean to select that
mortal
shitty ass costume.
became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself
Are you doing this the intended way, or will there be
shunned by
skips?
his
There
fellow
won't be any
gods.
skips, no.
But
If with skips you mean main encounters, there will not be any main encounter skip. Don't worry. Seeing Zesty so happy in God of War 2, it's weird. Look, I know I'm speaking early, but I can see this run going into far places. Like the simple comment that we got that said, why not count dismembering
Kratos,
kills?
once mortal warrior,
That alone
became the
is
new
very
god
interesting.
of war. However, Kratos
The thing
soon
is,
found himself alone on
I don't know
Olympus,
if I should even
shunned
count it
by
though.
his fellow gods.
Maybe I'll make it way too minimum, where each dismembered kill gives you like something like 10 points. You wills! Actually, hold up, before we start. Let me start the timer, just because. This is gonna be me playing the prologue until... I want to link up the prologue and Etna, okay? Etna alone as a mission would have been the best shit ever. But we're not gonna have that. We're gonna have the prologue and Mount Etna both together as a singular mission, okay? Let's go. God armor is pristine. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a very far-fetched estimation on the thing. Like, I'm gonna take time. I'm gonna take hits, sorry, not time. I'm gonna take hits and it's gonna be fine, okay? See, something as simple as that gives you 20 hits. Just makes it easy. Defeats the purpose of the hit system. That's why it's not gonna be the same as God of War 2. God of War 3. In God of War 3, that system worked perfectly. You're in a normal, no upgrade 1+. You gain the electricity attack that boosts up your whole thing way too late, so it's different. You get the Nemesis Whip 70% into the game. See, the thing with petrification is that it's gonna take some time. So sometimes it's not gonna be that much worth it. You still have time on your ass. And you have to be hurrying. I don't want to use a lot of magic because there's no opening chests. That's one thing that I gotta keep in mind. That's something not even I have in mind right now. By the way, hammer canceling still take the timer. Count fully. Part of the game. Oh, you mean pressing start? No, pressing start in general just doesn't pause the timer for some reason. Which is a stupid thing in my opinion. It should pause the timer. Even if you're doing stuff, even if you're upgrading, switching weapons, it should pause the timer. Like in God of War 3, you press it to select the soul with the Claws of Hades. It pauses the timer. See, this is going to be a very harmonized S-rank run, hopefully. Everybody's going to get to have the same experience. Initially, when approaching the S-rank, I was afraid at the start because... like, what the hell do you do for a God of War 2 S-rank? If I make it no upgrades like God of War 3, it's going to be way too hard. Not a lot of people are going to be doing it. And some people like me are going to have cutscene skipping. Some people won't. So how will the time limit be? Am I going to just exclude all that or what? It's kind of dumb. It wouldn't have worked no matter what. I do have to hurry though. It's like a speed run of sorts. So weird, Blade of Olympus not one killing everything. A maxed out Blade of Olympus is one thing. A level 1 Blade of Olympus is another. Level 1 Blade of Olympus is literally just the Divine Reckoning. Divine Retribution. Laser, sorry. All the damage taken, call this the F rank. It doesn't matter. This is like a spot right here where you can maybe try to get the 100 hits, but no. The thing is, I say that because I say that because, you know, you gain a refill after all of this, but you lose out on a bunch of time. You're gonna have to really do a bunch of testing to see the exact time. Yeah, this takes long. This just takes long. You may get the 250 points, but it takes long. You're building up a run, yes. Sparrow, it's probably not as much worth it to get the 100 hits on Colossus here. It's gonna be a big project. It will likely take a month. Changing secondary is still part of the game, so does hammer canceling. Yeah, okay, but I'm pausing the game to change the weapon. So it's not really fair to do that for me. Artemis or Olympus? Artemis any day of the week. The Blade of Olympus has the best special attack with the Divine Retribution laser, while Blade of Artemis is irreplaceable. So many awesome things. Due to Sony being a greedy fuck, not remastering the old God of Wars, I'm stuck on mastering God of War 3. I did play 1 and 2 on emulator, but my laptop is unreliable. It sucks. So this run, the missions themselves are gonna rely around the chests that you can pick up as well. It's gonna be fun.
Show no mercy.
I have to also remember that I gotta kill everybody. It's gonna be, a lot of the rules are gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna get used to really in this run. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of things to keep in mind. Basic stuff that you just get used to at a certain point. Stuff like no damage, you gotta learn at some point. Or, you know, you gotta just know, oh, I took a hit once. But no, the moment you take damage, honestly, just restart. It should take down 1,000 points from you. That's what I probably should do. The only thing you're gonna have to keep in mind a lot is how many 100 hits did you get. That's it.
I do now, I do for the good of all Olympus.
What are the rules exactly? The rules are to... Honestly, I should have really had it in the description, in the di. I should have had the rules in the description. It's generally an S rank run based on points. It's like a scoring system. So it's not gonna be like God of War 3 where it's linear on how you get the S rank. It's gonna be a lot more player choice involved. Do enemies in here end? I forget. They do end. I'm trying to get it at least a little fast. I'm not trying to get it as crazy as possible. As of now, anyways. Sucks to not get 100 hits, huh? I don't know if other DMC games also have scoring. They do. DMC3 has a scoring system. But it's mostly the SS that you care about. Zesty the timer. Did it restart? Oh. Swear to God, I thought I restarted it or something. Okay, gotta switch to the hammer real quick. Is the timer getting blocked or did you just reset the timer? No, no. It was just being blocked. Much faster. I didn't know Upgrades Plus and Pain on God of War 1 was stuck in Loom Chamber in God of War 2 when my laptop died. We'll try God of War 1 S rank run when I do, but I can't do 2. I hope you get a better laptop, man, because it sucks. Bloody sucks, mate. What is the S rank in God of War 2? It's a run that I'm working on. I explained a lot of the rules at the start of the stream. Now I'm just talking about, I'm just trying to do the run normally. You know, to see the hits and stuff that I can get. I mean the times, sorry. Also having the hammer in here is probably the best thing. I know you can't roll with it, but... Did this fire seriously not hit this guy? One thing to keep in mind in this type of S rank is that no damage and time is not enough. In God of War 2, God of War 3, sorry, as I said, God of War 3 was the linear type S rank. It was the Devil May Cry 3 type S rank. God of War 2 will be the Metal Gear Rising Devil May Cry 1 type S rank. Where you have to do more than just meet the requirements of damage, time, and kill everybody and no chests and all that. You have to actually plan around more points than just that. That way it's gonna be, you know, convenient. Because you need 5... Let's say a mission needs 8,000 points, right? You could ideally get it even if you take a hit. Taking a hit just takes away 1,000 points. Let's say later on I make it like that. You can still sort of avenge yourself by... You can still sort of avenge all of that time lost by, you know... getting a lot of petrification kills. Or getting a lot of 100 hits. But then you'd be running low on time. So you gotta be... You gotta be really, really great. And the game has to offer great moments for you to gather up all that. Just gotta say, I love that the game counts every single one of these shatters. It is so great. 17 shatters so far. I am new to DMC franchise, like zero experience, and got DMC 1, 2, 3, and 4. People say I should start with 3. What should I do? Start with 1. 1 is the best Devil May Cry game in my opinion. 3 is equally as good. I used to say it's subjectively better, but I don't know if I believe that anymore. It's a whole different type of game what Devil May Cry 3 is. I love 3. I've made a combat guide for it. Every game I make a combat guide for, just know that it's good. Yeah, New Game Plus is gonna give a lot of options in this game. You have everything from the start. You're still gonna be lacking, cause like this is not God of War 3 Kratos. Let's just be honest with this part. But it's better. Like God of War 3 Kratos. God of War 3 no upgrade run Kratos has more options than this New Game Plus Kratos right now. Easily. But you still have a lot of options in here. The Blade of Olympus is here now. And I'm gonna think about that whole dismembering thing. I don't know if I should really add it. It would be neat to add as like a small counter or whatever, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. What do you guys think? Should I add the dismembering bonus? We have the shatter bonus from the start. Should I or should I not add it? I don't know. NG Plus in my God of War game confirmed. Best God of War confirmed. I'm working on a video called God of War 3 A Disaster at Game Design. Because these games are disasters as game design. Like there are some game design choices in the God of War trilogy, and I'm specifically gonna talk about the trilogy. There are some game design choices that I swear to God I don't know how they even got greenlit. That's the first time I get hit with that. You did a God of War 3 S run, or am I forgetting? I did. God of War 3 S rank. I did a live stream for it as well. I'm planning to make a commentary for it as well. It's a whole lot of things. Cutscene skipping, my beloved. Any advice for someone playing God of War 2 on my phone via emulator? Well, do you want advice on how to play the game or advice on how to run the game on the phone? Because I only know the former.
How can this be?
Add it, but make it that it only happens by itself and make going for it for extra points invalid. No, that would be counterintuitive. Since we have the blade from the start, I think it's a good idea. Add them for like 50 points or so. You mean like each...
Submit. I would rather die.
You mean each dismembering with the Blade of Olympus netting us 50 points? Will you have the energy to count all that through the game? Then yes. Count what? True gamer, there's nothing we're gonna count. Dismember kills are counted in this menu. Same with shatter kills. If they were things that you had to count, I wouldn't have considered the shattering, the petrification, or anything. Counting the dismembering kills will depend on points assigned to other criteria. Time taken for it, so I don't know, you gotta plan with the numbers first. I'm not gonna be counting the dismembering, guys. The game will do.
I never lost faith. But our brothers are dead.
Horrible game design, aka the spike turning wall in God of War 1. That is not what I meant with disaster at game design. I meant I mean the game's accessibilities and stuff, not what you just talked about, not the sections designed. That's a different topic. I love every single section in God of War. God of War 1 does have some that I don't. God of War 2 does have some that I don't. God of War 3 does have some, but those, they're irrelevant. They're not really anything to think about right now. The game design issues I talked about is the poorly handled New Game Plus, unskippable cutscenes, no mission select, no ranking system, these types of things. You can play with a controller if you have one. The battle continues. The battle continued despite my capture. Then Zeus created a powerful weapon to end the Great War. A weapon forged in the heavens and the earth. The Blade of Olympus. This is taking me back to some Oko vibes, honestly. I haven't played 2 in a hot minute. Like that no block run plus was a slog that I just wanted to end. I don't know why. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you want. Yes, you have to do this. This is basically you killing an enemy. You can't skip this guy. All I knew is that dismember kills are only done by the Blade of Olympus. Adding them will give you like 50 points and you can get creative with it. It's true. The thing is though, it's... a part of me is thinking about how easy it would be to go for those. Like it would overbloat the point system. Because it is easy, you just use Blade of Olympus to get them. You can only drink alcohol during this one. Thank you. You drank water, now start from the beginning. That's not a rule. All you need is a good challenge run and you play God of War 2 like never before. Oko wasn't a good challenge run for God of War 2. Oko is not a good run to do in God of War 2. It's the worst thing, I agree. It's a mistake that it exists. Right now, opening chests to gain back your health to full is fine, by the way. Hold on, I want to see something. Do these shatters count? 21? Should be 23 now? Yes. Thankfully, they do count. I thought for some odd reason they may not count, but they do, thankfully. I know you may ask why wouldn't they, but just don't question it, okay?
You do not have enough power to lift the fingers of the great Titan. You must free the Pegasus, Kratos. It is your
Does throwing the Athena soldiers count as dismembered kills in the prologue? I doubt it. I really doubt it. No, it doesn't. Only the Blade of Olympus has the ability to dismember. Dismember my member. And my life is yours. Can I dismember the sentries? I forget. Get down here. Get down here now! You inbred trash! This guy's not gonna get down, whatever. Get down here now! You inbred... Hey, that was mutilation. Yeah, you can. That was one dismember kill right there. The strategy may have to change in an S rank, but for now, let's just continue this way. You see, what I'm doing is, what I should have done, actually, is use petrification back there. Or gain 100 hits when the enemies were on the wall. Basically, the sky is the limit, honestly. Like, I don't know what else to say. I may also change the 100 hits into 250 hits, now that I think about it. Like just 250 hits for 250 points. Isn't that more convenient? Dodge Vander could be. Favorite God of War arsenal? God of War 3. It is the favorite and the best. That's a quick kill and a dismember, so why not? I got a great plan for this fight in here. Actually, let's be fast. Let's not be slow. Streaming on 60 FPS today. I changed my streams to 60 frames. How does it feel being trilingual? It is a bit problematic. You don't know what politics to keep following with. You don't know what news to keep following. You don't know a lot of things. You get lost, like, what am I supposed to do? What celebrity life am I supposed to be aware of? That type of thing, you know? Like, what world's problem should I really care about right now? Of course, you care about your own the most. You know, I care about Kurdish news the most. But then there are news that happen with Arab people. And they are living in here with us, so we have to kind of care about the news there. We then have the English side, for me. It's like I have to be aware of the world, you know, the American world, or the world outside of my reach. It's like the video game industry is all that, a lot of things is all that. I can't just not care about it, that's the thing. 60 FPS, is this a W change? I think I did this since last stream, the Metal Gear Rising one. Blade of Olympus really as good as it is? It has the best special attack, for instance. When will you try Kira's mod? I can't. I have a poor piss laptop. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use some magic to... Wow. I'm kind of thinking about adding the dismember system. Dismember my member. And my member is... Look, why stop at just the shatter? Now, right now we have 29 shatters so far. God, we're getting a lot of shatters. Maybe I'm gonna not make it 50 points. I'm gonna make it less. 50 points is a lot that you gain. Like by the end of Mount Etna, which will be the end of the mission. Son of a whore. By the end of Mount Etna, I might end up with like 50 shatters. Because like, I'm not putting a lot of strategy in mind right now, but when the run gets refined, a good player can get a lot of petrification. At level 1, Euryal's head is the pissest magic ever, but it's... You can still use it. 720p, 60 FPS, better than 180, 30 FPS. True. You have so much HP anyway. We will get a refill soon. There is that. Trying to get the... Yeah. It's probably... Was that a dismember? We have 8 dismembers. Let's actually test it this time. Okay, I just learned you cannot dismember the Gorgons. I could have sworn I've seen myself dismember them. Don't ask me where, though. Oh, I could have grabbed her for magic, but, whatever magic is, am I right? I am very rusty, by the way. Be gone, thought. Is what he should have said. I'm gonna have to really think about the dismember thing. That is interesting, if I'm being honest, but I feel like we already have a lot of points. I don't know. I feel like it overcomplicates things. Like, it's sweet that it exists, though, the dismember kills, right? I think it existed in God of War 3 as well. I really don't know. What are we doing here, by the way? Are we testing the timings? I'm making the missions longer. That's a start. I'm also gonna... I also talked about the rules and stuff in the intro of the video. So I recommend you go ahead and watch that. And the fire just missed this guy, because of course it did. Okay, now we have a full magic bar. I don't think you should count this encounter. I should. If players want to go out of their way and farm there, so that is a problem. Honestly, I think I have an idea. I'm gonna disallow the 100 hit thing on trials. Say you just got Chronos Rage, you can pretty much get 700 hits there. That breaks a mission's point requirement. It totally breaks it. It's gonna be... Yeah, and the thing we talked about with the 100 hits. Let me actually write it down. Let's pause the timer. Let me write that down. Hold on. Notes for S rank. I'm gonna write down the dismemberment thing. I'm gonna write down the 100 hits being 250 hits. 100 hits not counting in trials. What else am I gonna count? So far, these are my notes. God of War 3 remake as God of War 2018. I couldn't read it, I'm sorry. There's gonna be another refill. You're better off just spamming magic in this section. Honestly, prologue until the end of Etna is full of magic. You get a lot of magic.
Let the rage of the Titans fuel your blades, Kratos.
Ooh, the chest is not allowed. I forgot. So this like, wow. A place like this would be good for the 100 hits, but I butchered it. Why didn't the fire fuck this guy up? Weird how shit works sometimes. But I swear, I thought we would get a magic refill with TB. Totally forgot that it's just a chest. What about not using magic except for shatter kills? Gives bonus points. No. Magic is gonna be a huge part of this. You're not gonna be having a lot of interesting and varied approaches without magic. Look how the mighty have fallen. 100 hits in 3 was such a thrill. That's what I mean. Like, in 2, I believe I have to make it 250 hits. You know how getting... And one of the rules that I have is... Getting 100 hits gives you 250 points. Why not make it 250 as a whole? That's 150 points right there. Do I have enough to petrify these guys? If this was God of War 1, I'd know. Nope. Okay, so this mission could be, the time limit for it could be 30 minutes. I took long, I played in a very sloppy way, it could be 30 minutes. Combining the prologue with Mount Etna is the right call. It's probably the right call. Thing is that no matter how many hits you make it, the strategy will always stay the same. Chronos Rage. That's fine, but you're wasting all your magic. When you're wasting all that magic, it's not gonna be that fun. Because like, what do you do later in the game? You can't just rely on the 100 hits. There. This is where the mission ends. 39 minutes. Yo, what's going on here, mate? The mid-guard! In the middle of the guard! The mid-guard chronicler. Welcome to the stream, King. The Midgard Jonkler is here. Welcome to the stream. I'll be right back in a minute. Now that you're here, you can take my place. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, hello there. Sorry I took that long. The weather is getting insanely hot. It's like I had to go and take a break. Totally forgot about her Arno. Wait, I got a question. Does this pause the timer? 46 and 7. Does this pause it? 46 and 7. I think it does. This does pause the timer. So there is that. General Kenobi. It does pause the timer. I'm still gonna rely on my phone because I want to see it paused when I press pause, but it is what it is. Hey Zesty, do you think they did the right thing with the Barbie hammer not being able to roll? No, they did not. Or at least they didn't commit to it as great as I wanted them to. Like if you're not gonna allow me to roll, at least give me a strong option with my right stick. There's nothing. Absolutely zero. So something else I'm gonna write down in my notes right now is combine 1 and 2. I'm gonna understand later. The thing is, I'm starting to combine missions. The missions are gonna be longer. Initially, the Glory of Sparta was supposed to be the first mission, which is the prologue until the Hands of Death is done. Now, though, it and the second mission are combined. The Glory of Sparta and the second mission, the Attack of the Dead Man, which started with the Pegasus one and then ended right here. These two are both one mission now. So let me just even close them in on each other. There. You know, I've been playing Resident Evil 0 lately. I don't know. It's a shitty game. Thank you. Femboy, Zesty has returned. Hello, Sakina. When I'm in a Femboy competition and my opponent is Sakina, impossible. So we got 39 minutes for this attempt. Should I do it again or should I continue? I believe I'll continue until like I get a different save. Let me just see one thing. Okay. The problem is though, how are we gonna get refills? Okay, magic is gonna get refilled by the end of this, so that's good. I don't know how we're gonna get refills though. Because at the start of each mission, I want the player to have full health and full... Okay, screw the full health. You will lose a lot of points with taking one hit anyway. Consider it losing the mission. I want the player to start with like a full magic. At least that. I want it to also be the full rage bar, but we can't have that because this is not the great and mighty God of War 3. If it was God of War 3, I'd activate the artifact and then deactivate it. The Zeus Eagle artifact. But we don't have something like that here. But it is what it is. I just want the player to start out with full magic. That's it. No shit, yeah. So I may even design a lot of the mission structure around that fact. We have a lot of dashes forward. But this doesn't count as a mission regardless. This is just an intermission from mission 1 to the second one. Which this one honestly may get combined with... Now that I think about it, this has to be combined with the Theseus mission. The non-ND can be used away as either you ND or you no chest, like the MGRS rank. No. The no chest thing will remain regardless. That is not a thing that's gonna change. Is gonna change, or that it's a substitute to taking damage. No. You still have to not take damage, and if you do take damage, it better be one hit. One hit takes away 1,000 points. Another takes away 3,000 points, just to ensure that you don't get the S rank. Man, I'm glad we don't have to go through this in this awesome run. Because this was such a pain in the ass in the Oko. It was painful. It interrupted a very nice run. The Pegasus sections did more damage than the Jank. The Jank is whatever. It's not whatever, but I can tolerate Jank and learn from it. Learn to strategize around it. But I can't learn around a section that is a lot of RNG like this. So Pursuing Destiny is gonna be number 2. Honestly, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. The mission, the next mission, the second mission basically, is gonna start in the island the same way. It's gonna end when you kill Theseus. That's how it's gonna end. That's pretty much it, yeah. That way we have a like an organic mission where you start. It has a spot where you start with a bunch of encounters and it ends with a boss fight. It's beautiful. Pegasus is not that bad. It's just Oko. Pegasus is bad mechanically. It's poor. I've come to that conclusion. I'm done defending it. It's really poor. The controls are not good. There's input delay all over. There's literally getting stun locked in one place. It's not fun. Is the no evade still on? No, that's not on. For people who don't know, I initially wanted to make a no evade rule as well. Like you flat out can't do this. To incentivize players to trick. But that would have overcomplicated it to an insane amount. This is my no upgrade save. Let's save here. Pegasus or God of War 3 gliding? God of War 3 gliding. It's consistent, it's inoffensive. It's nice. It's shorter than the Pegasus. That's all of them. I don't want to waste all my magic because we have to save a lot for Theseus. Wait, did I not? I didn't start the timer. Hold on. That's a good thing. Honestly, I don't want to use magic against these sentries. Plain and simple. When do we start the timer last? Thank you for letting me know. Tricking is already incentivized because you don't lose position and kill an enemy faster. No, it's like general. It would have created a talking point in the community. Why is there no evading? How are we gonna evade? Well, stand your position. Stand and fight in front of the big demon and kill him. The idea is to not waste a lot of magic so that we have magic insanely for Theseus. All of this time is gonna get changed with a lot more testing later on. But as it stands now, it is necessary to at least try to be fast. I don't have to be insanely fast, since this is all testing, and I will do another testing off stream and all that. But this is the beginning stages. This is what I did for God of War 3 as well. Except with 3, I went batshit insane. Because with 3, it's awesome. It's simple, right? With 2, it has to be shit. It has to live up to how the game is. The game is shit. The ranking system also has to be shit. I'm just playing, by the way. But 3 was simplistic. 3 was the DMC 3-way. Play for perfection. The time is very, very strict. The damage, you have to not take any damage. And you have to get the 100 hits. And it's all up to you how you do it. But it's strict. 2 is a lot more open. It's gonna need a lot more testing. So yeah. Oh wow. God of War 2 The Dark Ages? Yes, sir. Stand in front of the fight. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't have to talk English for you to understand, damn it. God of War 2's deep hits or God of War 3's deep hits? They're the same.
For there lies your path to the Sisters of Fate.
Which better, hammer or Olympus blade? The hammer is better. For there lies your path to the Sisters of Fate. Stand in front of the fight. Yeah, that. By the way, rage mode is available since the beginning. S ranks are pretty much, for God of War anyway, a more fun S rank. A more fun Oko, sorry, for me. Since like it involves single segmenting, it involves no damage, but it is fun, it's engaging. I have to literally use the best mechanics in the most efficient way and fast way. You gotta play risky, it's not just a safe play of Oko where I can take 6 hours in an encounter with no penalty. Oko is just all about being safe. It's not fun. You cannot... I was afraid to even use tricking in the Oko of God of War 2. It's a weird thing. Ranking systems, on the other hand, is different. Why did I thought I had Icarus wings? I thought. Pathetic fire didn't even reach. What's that? God of War 2 have the best rage mode as everything else? God of War 2 has the best rage mode, yes. Is that what you wanted to hear? You're a goddamn ugly son of a bitch. Oko and fun shouldn't be in the same sentence. It's not fun. That's what we've been trying to get across. I wish multi-kills were somehow countable through something. To count collisions, I assume. God, collisions are the best. Oh yeah. Boy, this mission's short as fuck. Honestly, it is. We're just 7 minutes into all of this. Why did I think
The steeds of time.
a gift from the great Titan pornos? Why did I think this mission would be long?
To gain the
Honestly, it's not gonna end at Theseus. There, I said it. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! It's not gonna end at Theseus. It's gonna end after we're done with the Steeds of Time puzzle, after the Chronos Rage trial, when we return to the Nymphs. Honestly, that's when it's gonna be mission end. So the run is likely gonna be way less than 18 missions. 18 missions was already way too long. Basically, Oko is mechanically same with no damage. Now, Oko's, look, traditional no damage being restarting encounters. That's way too easy. You restart until you get the perfect combination, but then you still have to do execution right. I'm not throwing shade on Xymnas for doing his no damage that way. But come on! Restarting and... Nah, just seriously. Oof. This man got wrecked. Ouch. This man gets shredded. Now it's a good thing that we have a bunch of Typhon's Bane. I'm shooting him slowly so that he doesn't retaliate. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this. It's gonna be great since, like, I'm gonna use the Spear of Destiny on the Minotaurs. It's gonna make it way easier. This is done. Wait. I think this can be done. Hold on. This is done. You can one loop him with the entirety of your magic bar. This will give the player some decision making. You know, they may use a lot of their magic near the start. There, it's done. People can use their magic near the start to gain a bunch of petrification and prolong this fight. But then they'll be losing on time when they do this fight. God, I'm so smart, but I don't know how to... Like, I don't know how to... Like, the guy that discovered cameras, you know, they was going... I have an idea, but... Like, I have an idea, but like... It's gonna be insanely good, but it's gonna take 6 years to develop. I wish I was a game dev for God of War. I would have made this an official thing. An update for PlayStation 3's God of War 2, yes. So here we are in a trial. When you're in a trial, the petrification and the 100 hits is disabled. Oh, actually, the petrification is allowed. Coming up on rules on the spot. What is this man? Also, what is this piss-ass petrification that I'm doing? Hold on, I got an idea. Did the fire just go through this guy's mom? You can't self-express in God of War. Let me down, you fool. Now this ain't worth it. This is a time waste. And scary if done in a no damage. And like an official S rank. Just use this, honestly. Get rid of everybody. Because in here, the 100 hits does not count. In trials, where you gain magic, that brain is special. Bro cheats in his own made-up now. I'm not cheating. I'm still trying to figure out what to do, okay? What do you mean you have CR? What do I mean I have CR, Scorpio? What is that? Is that a question? If it's a question, is there a coma that is missing in there? I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow to the knee. Wow, Shabran. Way to bring up the words. Yeah, this whole thing is gonna be... Theseus is easy. Theseus literally gets cheesed. With the new game plus, is the raise level 1 or level 2 here? I believe it's level 2. Haristo said it's maxed. Like that one guy who made Google. I'm coming up with rules as I go. Fuck ass rules, am I right? I'm about to be put in a coma with this mission. At least we got some shatters. And I did not see how many shatters I had at the start of this mission. Great. Honestly, I'll do a run completely of God of War 2 of just me fucking around like this. To get the best time, to get a feel. Then I'm gonna rewatch the streams and I'm gonna have to do a full run. My knees hurt, bro. And then it's like, it's gonna take time, but it's not impossible. I have made insane projects like you know, this before. Combat guides and all that jazz. It's not gonna be that impossible. Theseus is not devious anymore. I just glitched with that laugh. I get to use up all my magic. This is nearly the end of the mission. Shrek took a whole arrow. Why can't you take this? Late at night, a toss and a turn and a green. Then what I need a hero. Holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life. I don't like this part because of the constant camera switches to show where we have to go. That is a flaw in every God of War. I don't like it. It happens in God of War 2 and God of War 3 the most. You just opened a gate. Literally just opened it. You can see that you gotta go through it. The game pans the camera towards it. Look! You opened the gate! That's right! The gate you just saw with your own eyes. You can go through it. Did you know? Bitch, I know. You know what? This is a combo I never expected, honestly. Chronos Rage and Eurali's head. Who'd have thought? Honestly, I'm digging it. It is a bit costly. Oh, look at that!
To the island Kratos. Your journey to the Sisters of Fate has only just begun.
Yeah, let's slap the horse. Exactly, Shabran. Exactly. Excelsior, Ghost Nappa. I shouldn't have petrified him because okay, I could. But now we don't have anything left for the nymphs. For the nymphs. Yeah, honestly, Chronos Rage and then Eurali's head is not a combination I expected to ever use in my life. What does that make me? A god of skibbity. A god of fools. We did one, let's figure out the rest. Problem is, one is very straightforward to make. I'm sure you're talking about God of War 3. Yeah, around 19 minutes. Thing is, I don't want to count that. Hold on. The nymphs that you fight, that's a separate mission. Let me see something. Did we start with all MP back in missions? What's the problem? I don't know how to do that. Like this mission right here. I want a full magic bar, but... I have an idea. Just to set myself up with full magic for the next mission. This is problematic, honestly. If I had... Urn of Olympus. If I had the artifact, like the artifacts like God of War 3. If I had the artifacts like God of War 3, I would have had the things. I would have maxed out my magic, which would refill it, then turn it off. But now we out here doing all of this. We out here. We out here. This is the second longest backtrack in the history of backtracks. Backtrack ass crack. I was talking about the Harpy puzzle. Just show us one being opened up. Then let us figure out where to go next. Ah, the camera zoom in thing. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Anywhere I can collect up some magic? Even this gate is locked? Fuck you. Literally, why? Okay, hear me out. This mission goes on. Okay? This mission does not end here. For the sake of magic having to be placed at the right spot, this mission goes on. You'll know what I mean in just a second. What about halftime categories like under 30 minutes is 100 points, 20 minutes is 200, under 50 minutes? That's too complicated to remember. Just have two numbers, two values. That's all that I'm gonna have. Okay, let's resume the timer. Okay, so where did the peeps go? Say I fought them right here. It was a struggle. Took me long enough, but now finally out of there. What the fuck are they doing up here? Is this a dismember? 15 dismembers? 16. Oh my god, that's a dismember. Okay. That's nice to know. Honestly, I don't know if I should count the dismember system. I really don't know. Feel like it would resort to the player only using the Blade of Olympus. Like as simple as that. You wasted your magic, so you have to continue like that. But it's fucked up. I'm making a mission structure. Like at least we need full magic at the start of each mission. I'm gonna design the entirety of the mission structure around it. Like right now, I'm gonna wait until like the Cyclops encounter is done. Then there's 2 magic chests. Yeah, there's 2 magic chests after the Cyclops encounter. And in there we can... Because like Theseus honestly wasn't even a boss. What was that? That was a normal fodder enemy that I just fought back there. There's a bit of struggle, but nothing. No, nothing. Just the first phase. Second phase, there's 2 Minotaurs that you can just kill away with the hammer. Don't even grab them. Jank of War moment? What happened? But the time category will make the player decide his approach early on. Like either prioritize the kills, 4 points, or time.
The relic that you hold, an amulet of the Sisters of Fate.
The sky's the limit. I'm gonna think about it even more. I have written it down. I have written down the dismember thing, dismember my member. And the... God, what the hell. I have written down the dismember thing in my notes. It's a very important thing to think about because it's computed in the game itself. You pause the game and there it is. 19 dismembers. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have considered it, but now that I think about it, I may. Why don't you have urns? Don't you have the save editor? It can save, it can give those. Do the urns give magic? Is there an urn that gives you magic? Wait, we're changing fate? I thought that was a joke Gaia told me.
You cannot change your destiny, mortal.
Oh yeah?
We will
Kratos.
Bitch!
Cannot change your destiny.
I'm not using any magic because technically I don't have any magic, okay? Urn of Olympus is infinite magic. You know, that's very complicated to do. To go out of your way, make saves, do a billion things just for a S rank to work, a hypothetical S rank. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna design the S rank around missions. Around having full chests before starting a mission. Oh, no damage lost. Oh, another no damage lost. Oh, another no damage lost. What the hell? Barbarian Hammer is genuine S-tier weapon. Okay, the moment that enemy dies, that's when the mission ends. The moment this encounter is over, that's when this mission is over. The puzzle does not count. Now we have a full magic bar, and we can just get our things. The grab on these Cyclops ops is fucking rad. It is an Orion's harpoon, yes. Everything that involves an Orion's harpoon is amazing. Naked that you can't go intentionally for dismembering everyone. How though? If I'm gonna do this, create a problem for a hypothetical problem. Now we have two problems. Like if dismembering is a problem that the player can exploit, me going after ways to stop them from doing that is also a problem. So instead of one problem, we end up with two. That's why it's not good. They grab the Cyclops does, the snatch. That's fair, that's fair, that's fair. On that shit. You know who I am, kid. So, mission 2, Pursuing Destiny. Island save until... Save before... Barbarian... Cammer. Barbarian King. Damn, we skipped... Splendors of Athens. Okay, then Pursuing Destiny is gonna be called Splendors of Athens. Even though it fucking ends so fast. So mission 3 is gonna get called Rage of Sparta. It's gonna be from Barbarian King. Save to the unknown. Okay, so let's restart the timer now and let's save here now. Get down here now. The Divine Pools. Oh my god, this should be a name for a mission. The Cliffs of Lachesis. What? Hold on, I've never read these names. The Inner Sanctum. Return from Hades. Rhodes Bathhouse. The Loom Dagoon Chamber right here. You know, you can see it. The East Auditorium. The East Auditorium. Eastern Ramparts. Yeah, no, not that bad, I'll be honest. So, so far, we have the first mission that starts with a prologue. Simples. Then we have the second mission. The Cliffs of Lachesis. Then we have the third mission starting right now. Destiny's Atrium, or, you know, the Rage of Sparta. That's going to be the official name of the mission. Just remove the dismembering points. Is going out of hands and the fun zone. 2 gods, 1 blade. I'm telling you. 2 warriors, 1 horse. He makes... That's a porn. That's a prawn. Prawn title right there. So now we have an official mission. No need for Wolf's Code. No need for anything. All in the game. If Jimmy in 30 years is playing on PS2, he doesn't have access to any internet, he can do this. Ban the hammer. You mean the hammer to ban people? Hey, I'm not banning the hammer. I'm not banning anything. Let's jump right into it. These don't count as enemies. Fuck this. I'm not gonna add this Easter egg. Although, just for sport, let me see what I can do here. Just for sport. Okay, this is gonna be just a test. Before starting the timer, so M3, just to demonstrate to you guys what it means to have the shatter kills involved. We have 57 right now. Before starting the mission properly, just write down 57 somewhere. Just write it down. Dismember kills. See, if I counted dismember kills, I would have had it as well. Like, okay. Petrify is 57. Dismember my member. I almost written my member on my iPhone as well. 19. I'm not gonna count the dismember thing. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's just a... It's like getting a brutal kill when you could get a normal kill. I'm not gonna count the dismember, no. Just the petrify, okay? There's the petrify I've written down that is 57 right now. Let's see by the end of the mission how much it turns out to be. Let's go. It's basically very, very simple right now. Motherfucker, did it seriously take that long? That's 2 shatters. Let's go. Maybe we will get a refill at the start of this fight, or maybe we won't, but it doesn't matter. We don't need that insane amount of magic in this fight. It's too OP for the early game. It's okay. There's a lot of rules that want you to do other stuff. Like petrifying enemies, getting 100 hits, not just about killing. Really, Ulrich? We got the same hammer. I got the new model. This is the Rage of Sparta, pussy. Ooh, I know what this mission should be called. The Attack of the Dead Man. Since it's Kratos, a dead man, and this guy, a dead man. It's like... If you can just see my vision, I'm sure you would understand. I'm gonna try something this time. Though it is gonna be risky. Taunt exploitation. What is this? God of War 3? Hey, Alric, thanks for the assist. Nah, it takes too long to petrify these fools. I'm not doing that. Your assist is highly appreciated, though. I am gonna petrify the boat captain. The boat in. The boat in. Even this boss will take 2 minutes.
No, not you again.
It's still fun. Hey, thanks for the assist. Okay, I know how to wreck the fuck out of this guy. Hey, his hammer is bigger than mine. But size doesn't matter, am I right? Give me yours, it's bigger. Ush. 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 You can aim the head at the souls. They're the normal enemies just with a blue taint on them. That's it. There are these guys with like blue aura. Hey, we get a magic refill? It's insane. But I shouldn't use it here though. Let's at least pretend that I'm doing the S rank. I'm not even pretending. 4 minutes, oh my god. That could have been done even better. I was trying to petrify and shit back there. Remember that we cannot open chests. This takes me back to the Oko for some reason. It doesn't take me back to No Block 1 Plus, which was the most recent one. Every time I play this game, I'm in the Oko, but right now I'm enjoying it. This S rank run is making me enjoy this process. I'm making something for the game that is grand. Reference to the run that never saw the light of day? What, the speed run? No upgrade run speed run? No upgrade speed run? The next set of enemies is really gonna get lit up. See if it counts even. 70. We got 70 shadow kills as of now, right? I'm sure it should count. $72, that's right. This is the best game of all time. Call me a half-breed. It's free shatter kills, literally. May take longer than doing the fight normally, but hey. More points is more points. Rage of the Rage of the Communists. Is the attack called Rage of the Communists? No, it's Crushing Defeat. Why the hell is that attack called Rage of the Communists? Can't you have a loadout system and only switch next to manual saves? That was offered, ironically enough, by Zimnas, who's in the chat right now. A loadout system, but no. No. That requires a whole dev team, not one scrawny puke. Is there a magic refill at any point in this mission? There isn't. I'm thinking of using my magic in some spots, not using it in some spots. Thinking ahead. Do we get a magic refill or like a couple of enemies that give off a lot of magic? Anything? Or you know, there are some spots that are legit dangerous. Like the upcoming spot, honestly, is... Ooh. Why did we forget that we have the best special attack in the world? Dog, what the fuck? We can't skip them like the Oko. Wow, thank you for saving me. Okay, you know what? Dog, you rarely said, are you being for fucking real? That was all my magic on 2 rates? Are you serious? This shit is that poor on level 1? If this was Medusa's case, every enemy would be gone by now. Not a single jacker in sight. Plus 500 points if you kill anyone with the L1 square of the Barbie hammer. I'm gonna need you to calm down, Scorpy. Love is worth it, but not that much. Come to me. Oh, that's the first time I see that animation. That was beautiful. Oof. Sheesh. I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn about the whole petrification system, honestly. Should I consider it like the petrification? Oh. Oh. Why did that encounter go so well? Fuck. Hey, we are forced to take this chest. Actually, we're not. We gotta count this as like if it's an encounter on its own. Like, you gotta have enough magic in here. You gotta just have it. I don't know how. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you with. I don't know if you gangbang or not. This is fucked up. I don't know what to say. Eurali's head on level 1. I knew it was inferior to Medusa's gaze at level 1. But sheesh. No magic till Eurali? Are you sure? It's like this is right now a case where you would want to fiend for the 100 hits somewhere. But then again, it's not like you can just get it. You don't want the dismembered kills. Why exactly? It just adds a lot. I don't know what to say. Get the hell out of here, mate. Two is better than 3? What? Dude, you did not just make that unoriginal joke. That's a joke we all make. Come on, how could you make such an unoriginal joke? Can't believe he did that. Be honest, which is better? 2 man, 1 horse, or 3? Two men, 1 horse, or 3 men, 1 horse? Come on. It gets to a point, man, where you gotta be honest. Why didn't I just vaporize them with just attacks? By the way, how I get estimates for time, submissions, and all that is through uploading them to my Premiere Pro. Literally my editing software. I upload the footage to there. And then I like cut stuff if I feel like it can be done faster. Literally the Dante meme, you know, where we joke about Dante doing things in his head, because he literally does. Literally that, but you know, and actually me doing it. So I play God of War 2 in my head when I'm editing. I'm like, oh, you know, I could probably do this encounter way better with insane execution, you know? Just saying. Kitty kitty. Okay, we are not gonna break the... We are gonna break the gate, actually. But the enemies... Are the enemies infinite? Are the enemies infinite in here? If they are, we're gonna be getting a lot of shatter kills in here. If the enemies are infinite, though, I'm not gonna allow it. Did you see that petrification kill? Okay, the enemies are not infinite.
The rage of the Titans drive your blades, Kratos.
Let the rage of the communists drive your blades, Kratos. So the encounter is not infinite. We can farm a lot of shatter kills in there. Which is dope. 69% sure they are not infinite. They're not infinite. Means you can farm a lot of stuff in there. So for God of War 2, it's gonna be way too interesting. It's not gonna be a forced 100 hit system. But it is a good thing to get it since you get 250 points. You know, as of now, the points may change later on. But still. This is looking to be another 30-minute mission. This is looking very good, honestly. It's in harmony how well this is all coming together. Does this count? 91? Nah, it doesn't count. That statue doesn't count. Barbie Hammer's L1 square would... How did you write that square? L1 square would be much better if it was just Vicious Maul from Nemean Cestus. Vicious Maul is perfect. Such a quick spin, that's it. But everybody takes a bunch of damage. Everybody gets knocked back. Can be done in the air. Every hit has a hit property in Egypt. You know what? Some magic wouldn't hurt. And that's the S rank failed. Some magic wouldn't hurt. That's it. Suddenly, I just missed God of War 1. Never knew Zesty was also into horses. Hey man, look. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. There's the Oko Lats. There it is. I was about to take that just like an idiot. The Rage is gonna make good work out of this flying lad right here. Just look at him. The Rage shredded him, what can I say, lads? Motherfucker block! Imagine if that happened in the actual S rank. But it was my fault this time though. It's super weird that Kratos cannot block when his rage mode is on. Like, dog, you can literally do that with your secondaries. Why not? And he's not into horses, he's into 3-1. It's not just normal horses. Look at him, Max Hammer cheater. I just cheated. What you gonna do about it?
This golden fleece has the power to deflect approaching weapons and thrust them back to the...
Trust them back to the motherfucker that sent them. Easy ass, piss easy ass Gorgons, am I right? Why did y'all have to change from God of War 1? We only fight these assassins. The assassin once before getting Golden Fleece. Thank God we have Pain Plus. We get to witness these guys fuck things up. Yeah, with the backtrack, this will be around 30 minutes again. Very good. With the backtrack ass crack, backtrack ass crack, backtrack ass crack, this is gonna be good. He's gonna crush her with the crusher. That stupid ass joke. We crush her with the crusher because the crusher? Did you just... See, like in my editing software, and right now there's nobody here. Yep, in my editing software I would cut all of this and then say, yeah, just like in a hypothetical world where Zesty's not an idiot, he advanced in here normally. Just two of y'all? Plus 1,000 points of back rolls only. Thank you. Was about to commit the sinful act of interacting with a chest. Thank God I didn't. Look at these assholes. What the hell are they even doing there? How the hell did they even get there? Matter of fact, God of War 2 and then the heart emoji, you know? There shouldn't be enemies on the second time around. If those guys were in the Yoko, I'd be shitting my pants right now. This mission is about to end. It's very good. Actually, are there enemies in there on our replay? Yes, there are. There are. Though I wonder if they're gonna be infinite. They're not gonna be infinite. Wait, there are no enemies. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Bling. Yeah, that's it. That's the backtrack. Ass crack. That's it. This is the mission. Hold on. Let me just get to the thing. Right here. 27 minutes. Let me just backtrack to somewhere to get the magic. Yeah, you killed them all. For some reason, in the back of my mind, I thought those enemies would respawn in there. You have a mind? What do you mean you got a mind? Wait, hold on. Magically made that jump. Let's get my magic back here. So that the next mission starts and we have a full magic bar. All of this hassle is just for that. So when you do your S rank run, you better prepare your manual saves. Just have magic in them, okay? Doesn't open from this side because God of War 2 is that great of a game, you know? Okay, so that's the third mission. Thank you. After this stream, I'm gonna write down the rules, the artificial early rules that we came up with, okay? And then hopefully another day I'm gonna make another stream where we go through the other parts of the missions. Hello, Gone Hunter. If anyone read Brang's interview of the game director of Stranger of Paradise? Actually, I haven't. He did inform me about it, but I forgot to read it. Actually, he told me to read it. It's his most important interview as of now. Just beautiful. Yeah, let's save now. 27 minutes. Beautiful. Dark Souls run back. This was just some preparation. That wasn't a mission back there. But yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you just tuned in and you want the... Oh, by the way, how many? 101 shatter kills? Before starting that mission, we had 57. So we go 101 minus 57. 44 petrification kills is how much we got. Let's say each give 50 points. We multiply it by 50. That's 2,200 points. So it's probably not going to be 50. It's going to be like something around 10 points, maybe. 10,000 points if done with no fingers. I'm going to think of something. Hold on. Let me write it down as notes. 50 is too much for petrification. I just wrote it down. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. If you just tuned in the last, time period and you're kind of lost on what the rules are, I do talk about the rules of the run in the first 20 minutes of the stream. I'm gonna also add them to the description in a detailed way, hopefully after this stream is done. But for now, I have to go. This has been really, really fun. This run is very, very ambitious. I'm gonna try my best to make it as good as possible so that everybody gets to play it. And it just adds infinite replayability to the game. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you love God of War. I hope you laughed in the chat. That's all that matters to me. This has been your stream gamer Zesty. Peace.